The headlines on RT International and more live pictures from Calais, where the infamous jungle migrant camp is still being dismantled. French authorities say the eviction's been a success, despite reports claiming there are still many unaccompanied children in the makeshift slum. Over 300 civilians killed in 2 years. We asked the U.S. State Department to react to Amnesty International's findings about the humanitarian impact of U.S.-led bombing strikes in Syria. Walkouts and vicious accusations marking an emotionally charged UN Security Council session on Syria, with the US and British ambassadors trading barbs with Russia. And a new batch of leaked emails reveals panic from Hillary Clinton's campaign camp, when President Obama claimed he had no prior knowledge of her use of a private server. Just turning midday in Moscow. Thanks for joining us. It's RT International. Well, despite French authorities claiming they've successfully evicted the Calais jungle migrant camp, several hundred residents reportedly remain in the makeshift slum. We're showing you live pictures here on RT International. Some of the concerns, though, that of including dozens of unaccompanied children who are still in that camp. RT's Harry Fear reports.
Take a look over there and you can see the diggers at work continuing the demolition operation. And if you look just below here, you can see the vast line of police vans. The police are finally in play here, doing a much better job to secure the site and even managing who is allowed in or out. Now, we saw last night some small fires still continued, largely uncontrolled by French authorities. Just take a look over there, and on the horizon you can see those official white container units. Inside them are even families, but we saw small fires burning beside them last night. The official line from the Calais authorities is that their operation here is complete, that they have cleared and evicted the camp. As you can see, though, it doesn't look massively cleared or massively evicted. And we're hearing reports, as you mentioned there, that the most vulnerable indeed have been left behind, that there are still hundreds of child refugees who last night did not have a safe place to stay. We then heard that aid agencies pleaded with the French authorities to let the children sleep in the empty hangar that was being used as a registration centre. We're told that the French authorities declined that request, and therefore dozens or even hundreds of child refugees had to sleep last night beside the road on the other side of the camp, and certainly not on beds. So there has been chaos overnight, but also there was a great deal of chaos yesterday.
I know, but we cannot change it. No,
Yesterday, of course, extraordinarily, they claimed that their mission is accomplished, that the camp is evacuated and closed. Well, we went inside soon after that statement was made and saw that that was either really a massive blunder in terms of their public relations line, or indeed a lie. The camp was far from evacuated and closed. Here's my report. Well, another fire truck is rolling just here because another fire has started with another precarious structure and fierce flames. Just take a look around. It looks like a bomb has hit this part of the Calais camp. It was just weeks ago that there were shops here, and just days ago that they were flogging what was left of their stock at bargain prices. And it's extraordinary then that for all of the talk of wanting to save the camp and so many not wanting to leave, then the last, well, 2 days there have been these fires lit and apparently some efforts to burn the place down. Well, there's talk that some of the massive fires that have happened have been caused by gas canisters like this not being secured. Well, you can see up there, there is a fire officer standing on the top of a fire truck. We're going to go and take a look. But it's extraordinary to hear, just after lunchtime, a Calais official describing the mission as accomplished to evacuate and clear the camp. Surely they have been making some steady progress in clearing some parts of the camp, but to see these dramatic and chaotic fires happening and people still not entirely evacuated from here, well, if that is a success, I don't know what a failure would look like. So a child walking around there, you can just say going into that hut in these highly precarious conditions. But what we're hearing are some reports that unnamed Calais officials are saying that they will be shutting down, or be able to, by the end of the day, shut down the processing centre where they've been transporting these thousands of migrants and refugees. Goodness knows then what's going to happen to the people still occupying some of these tents.